The following is a presentation of the Flex Radio.
It's the interview sessions.
The interview sessions. In conjunction with the Flex Radio.
The team of Giovanni Jackson and David L. David
bring you the latest in entertainment news.
Featuring exclusive interviews with some of your favorite TV, movie, and sports world figures.
Giovanni and David are what's in.
Keeping you entertained with their chemistry and comical personalities.
The interview sessions.
Tune in weekly as they bring you new episodes you don't want to miss.
Please like, subscribe, and download.
It's the interview sessions. The interview sessions with Giovanni Jackson and David L. David.
Hustlers you meet in the game. Shit is cold, don't put your trust in them. Let me explain. The greedy killer, he wanna fuck hoes and get the money, but he quick to feel disrespected. One slip of the tongue, wrong word selected.
You already know what time it is. This is your man David L. David, and this is the interview sessions right here on the Flex Radio. Where's my crew? Yo, Nick, where you at?
Yo, what's cracking?
All right, and normally I introduce my lovely co-host first. However, I had to kind of do it second, only because the person that we have on tonight is very close and dear to her. So let me go ahead and introduce our co-host. Her name is Giovanni Jackson. Hello, Giovanni Jackson.
Hello there, David L. David.
So hey, Giovanni. Well,
Invincible Artist.
And the Invincible Artist. So you know what? Okay, so Father's Day just recently passed, right? And this song right here that I'm playing in the background, right? The song that we let off with. This was introduced by a grandfather, a father, and a grandfather. And he goes by the name of LL Cool J. Yo, you know what's so dope? We got LL, we got Rakim. All right, these dudes are these dudes are the same age, born in 68, right? So what does that make them? 56 years old, releasing new stuff. Which is dope, man. I mean, that's pretty dope. Because I guess these dudes, feel like they still got something to talk about, which they do, right? So I'd rather listen to...
and they're still as dope as ever.
Right. And I'd rather listen to that than some of the crap we got going on nowadays.
Absolutely.
So, but listen, let's take it here. All right, I want to introduce our special... See, she gets the extra special... Let me see. So I got the applause. I mean, what else I got here? I got that. What else I got? That.
It works.
Yeah, she gets the works. Because
Bring the alarm.
Right. Because hold on. I got No, we can't give her that one. Hold on. There we go. All right. So the person that we have on with us today, she's a Jackson. All right. And her name is Yasmine Jackson. And whether you guessed it or not, she is the daughter of our co-host. Our meaning me and Nick. Me and the Invincible Artist. The Invincible Artist and myself. Yasmine Jackson, welcome to the Flex Radio interview sessions.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
See, we try to listen. This is keep it real Monday. We've been trying to get Yasmine on since was it 1946? Yeah, about 1946, 47. We've been trying.
Don't get on my baby because she's booked and busy.
Yasmine is busy. That's what I was about to lead with. She is extremely busy. She's a nurse. Am I right?
Well,
yes, you are correct.
Yep, So I better be nice to Yasmine just in case I may need her nursing one day.
Right.
But this is pretty dope. So Yaz, let's see. Of course, I heard a million and one. Besides me, knowing the little bit about you that I do, your mom talks about you every single day. So I know that there's mega love in that household, which is pretty dope. because I got some kids I want to give away, but I'm just playing. I love all the kids. but that's pretty dope. And and we just couldn't wait to get you on. And thanks for joining us today. And we want to know some stuff about Yasmine. So yeah.
Oh, well, first and foremost, thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I adopt, so that's fine. But yes, thank you again. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So let me see. There's a few questions that I do want to ask, right?
Okay.
Besides me being your favorite uncle, who is your favorite?
Oh, you taking my slot?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just playing. Okay, so yes, a couple of things I want to talk to you about. One thing, because it's very prevalent. Okay, it runs rampant through the Black community. Okay, and that is hypertension. So before we get into all the good stuff about Yasmine and the last almost 30 years that you've been on this planet, special knowledge for our listeners and just people around the world, period, especially our community. So talk to us a little bit about hypertension.
Well, first and foremost, hypertension is a silent killer.
Mm.
I mean, you can feel fine. I mean, like your normal day-to-day life, you could just be driving. You can, I don't know, go grocery shopping, whatever you do, that's just normal from day to day. Next thing you know, you're either having a heart attack or aneurysm. And that's something that's close to me. I lost my father due to an aneurysm because he had hypertension. And
Wow.
he always felt like he was fine. He always felt like, I feel normal, stuff like that. But he had an aneurysm and he wouldn't have really known unless he just went to the doctor and stuff like that. So I feel like it's important, when I was in nursing school, I always felt like hypertension was one of the big things that we always talked about because of the fact that it's a silent killer, and you can be doing whatever you're doing and next thing you know, like, you're passed out somewhere due to the fact that you have hypertension. And a lot of people don't know that because they don't go to the doctor, they don't get their blood pressure checked, and when they do, they feel like it's, oh, okay, yeah, it's just high. It's high right now, but
So let me ask you this though. Because I probably already know the answer to this, but who's more prone not to go to the doctor? Is it men or women?
Unfortunately, it's men.
See, Nick, you better make an appointment tomorrow.
Guilty.
Seriously, though, it's true.
It is. It's very true. Men, they do not go to the doctor. I don't know what it is, but it's like, hey, please go. I don't care what gender you are. Go.
I think it's a little bit of ego mixed with stubbornness. Like if you threw a pot of stuff that men are guilty of, as far as as far as their health is concerned, it'll be like a big. You have to get like a big pot, one of them old school black pots. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I for one, all right, have high blood pressure, all right, and yeah, I do, and well, hopefully our listeners will skip over this part. But I have been one of those hard-headed people that have not made daily appointments until my father passed away from the same, which was in 2012. That's when I started getting serious about it. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, but that's when I started to get serious. But I'll tell you a story because I think I told your mom this story. My dad was kind of a prankster sometimes, right? A jokester, whatever you want to call him, So we always thought he was funny, me and my brother, my older brother. And I say older because I have two other brothers that were like, they're like 21 and 23 years younger than me. So they didn't grow up in the same household. So I don't know what their experiences were. But anyway, so one day I had went to the doctor. I had told my mom, I said, Ma, they're talking about I got some high blood pressure, please. Psh, whatever. So anyway, so one day I'm in the house, I'm just chilling on my bed. And the medication that they gave me, it was probably about maybe 2 to 3 weeks prior. So I set this medication right up on my dresser, okay, in the middle. There's absolutely nothing around it, nothing. So one day I'm just chilling and it's daytime, and that bottle just jumped up and landed flat on its side. And I was like, whoa. Listen, and I don't really believe in too much, stuff like that, but I called my mom. I said, Ma, guess what? Guess what happened? Because you had to tell somebody, right? Ma, guess what happened? And and listen, there was somebody, with my wife at the time, was there. So she can, she knows the story. So anyway, so my mom was like, yeah, that's your dad. Your dad is trying to tell you better take your blood pressure medicine. And from that day, I started getting serious about taking that medication. Yep, but that's my story, and I'm definitely sticking with it. It's the truth. But yeah, so hypertension.
Well, I'm thankful that you do. I am definitely thankful that you do.
Yeah, because I got to be around to aggravate some more people for at least another 20, 30 years.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah, so definitely, man.
These interviews have definitely been inspiring for me to be more conscious, be more health conscious, and go to the doctors. Even the interview with Mike Katz and stuff, you know what I mean? And now this, it's absolutely important, and it's important that we have these discussions, especially for guys, and I really appreciate Yas for
because even though in Mike's story, Mike's health, because Invincible Artist mentioned Mike Katz. Mike Katz is world renowned bodybuilder, back from the golden era on the Arnold Schwarzenegger days, and his story is health. It's based on health as well, right? So let's say when he was in his 60s, he would go get his checks. What was it, like prostate cancer and all that kind of stuff? He would do all of those checks, for cancer back in the day. Then his doctor told him, hey, you're 65. You don't have to do that anymore. And then some years later, now he has cancer. So he's kind of so now he's kind of like really upset that his doctor told him. I mean, even though it was his decision, his choice at the end of the day, but still, you take the word of your physician.
Right.
You guys,
that's another thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on, Yasmine, 1 second. The two of you, Nick, David, y'all better go and get your prostates checked and your colonoscopies.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's definitely on my list. I actually just started going to the doctor for the first time last year. Prior to that, I mean, as you guys know, I was a single dad. I used to take my kids to the doctors religiously, you know what I mean? And that was my priority. But as they got older, I was like, you know what? I need to start taking care of myself now a lot more. And I did make a conscious decision to go. And plus, I was being in entertainment, you know what I mean? I was a drinking man. So for the longest time, I just felt like I was just too sick to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Like, but
because you thought your name was really what you were, right? Invincible. He's like, I'm invincible. I'm invincible.
You wake up in the morning, I'm feeling so invincible.
Right?
That's
I'm invincible after 10 o'clock.
But I went through a deep cleanse after a hard binge. You know what I mean? I went through a deep cleansing process for like 2 months, and that's the longest I went without drinking. And I actually quit smoking cigarettes for that 2 months, and I started feeling amazingly better. And at that point, I think a lot of us don't go because we're afraid to hear the worst. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
So I think that was a big deterrence for me, but. When I went through my deep cleanse, I was already feeling so much better physically, emotionally, and mentally that I was actually ready to hear whatever the doctor told me because I was already feeling better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you hear that out there in podcast world, please go ahead and get yourselves checked. period. So
Yeah.
so let me ask you this
Yeah.
question, Yaz, and then we'll jump to
Mhm.
another subject here. So how often should a person like Nick go and see his 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 doctor?
I say maybe they say once a year, but I say I guess every 6 months,
Okay.
really,
Mm.
honestly. Anytime that there's like a problem or something new arises, go to the doctor. But you should be getting checkups like at least twice a year.
Right. So
Yeah, that's a good plan right
yeah.
there.
So when you go get your teeth cleaned, make the appointment for the same day to go see your doctor and get yourself checked. Yep. Twice a year. So
I would definitely say twice a year.
so there's one
It's
thing.
so much
Listen,
going on.
there's a few things that I want to talk to you about, Yaz, but I want to jump to this next subject because
Okay.
this next subject, and I know it's kind of a sensitive topic, okay, but I'm going to jump to
Yes.
this because I was going to talk about this later, but I want to jump to it. Okay, I want you to tell us from your mouth to our ears, okay, what happened to you. Okay, and I don't remember the exact year, so I'm not going to just throw times out there. So I want you to let the audience know what went down in your own words. Just thinking about it makes me mad. So I could imagine, how your mom and your family felt. So I want you to, and especially to get that news. I mean, see, I'm one of those dads where I'm bringing a key to the jail because that's where you're going to put me. I'm that dad.
Right.
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 So defending, our children is of the utmost of importance. Especially those
Hmm.
families that that really care about their children, like we do on this phone, right? So
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
That's right.
so tell us what happened that one day, Yaz.
Well, um, I had been working through COVID. I was only had like one day off for most of the time back then when COVID was extremely prevalent in all of our lives. I had my first weekend off. I was excited. I was happy. I was like, "Whew, nice. 2 days off for the week." Um, and I was with someone that I used to call a friend. Um, we
Oh.
used to we used to be I felt like we were close, like she would be able to come to my house like, "Hey girl, I'm here. Like, what's going on? What are you up to?" She came over, we were chilling. She had a phone call. She had to address her girlfriend. She was upset, well, visibly upset. And she was like, "You know what? Let's go to the corner store because I want to go pick up something, like drinks or chips or, snacks and stuff like that." And the corner store wasn't too far from my apartment. We're walking to the corner store. I don't even get outside of my apartment complex. I mean, like we were outside a bit, but we're heading somewhere and the apartment complex was big.
Mm.
So we're walking and she was yelling at her girlfriend and stuff like that. And next thing I know, like I look up and I see someone, this woman. She was I mean, she had a blank stare on her face. So at first I didn't think that like she was addressing us because again, I wasn't yelling. I was minding my business. It's hot in Las Vegas, okay? I don't want to do too much talking.
Right.
So I'm walking with her, we're talking, and this lady throws a broomstick down. So I look up after she threw the broomstick.
She was like on the second floor and she threw a boom something like
She
that.
was
She
on
threw
the
a
fourth
broomstick down.
floor.
Oh,
She
on the
was on
third
the
floor. She was way up there.
Yeah, she was on the fourth floor. I was on the second floor of that
Oh, okay, okay,
complex.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's essentially where I live. But where I'm walking, it's ground level. So
Oh, okay.
she threw a broomstick, and I'm just like looking like, Okay. That's weird, but it's Vegas, so there's weird people all over.
Wow.
So, um, I'm walking some more, and then I feel like a splash, like some kind of wetness, like a mist, I would say. And then I look up again, and she threw some kind of Fabuloso, the blue one. I don't know if they even still make
Oh.
that one. It's kind of like a fresh, clean scent, like linen or something like that. But she threw that, and then I was like looking at my friend at the time. I was like, okay, we probably need to like walk a little faster. Like, you can probably hang up with your girl now at this point. So we're walking. We get a little bit closer to the corner store, but again, like, this is Vegas, so the streets are long. Next thing I know, like, I'm talking to her. I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, like, do you see this person throwing stuff at us, or are you just blind to the whole thing? Like, what's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when something made me look back. I looked back, and I saw the girl. So my apartment was enclosed by a gate. I mean, you can still get into it, but it's gated. Like, it was on top of a foundation that was raised from ground level.
Mm.
So I'm watching her. She literally climbed over that gate, fell to her knees when she got to the other side, and a knife slid out of her hand when she landed. And I saw the knife.
Wow.
And I told the friend that I was with, I was like, hey, like, she has a knife. There's something going on. She has a knife. And so she picks up the knife and she starts charging at us. I mean, she
Oh
could
my
have ran
God.
track. The girl was
Wow.
running fast. In Las Vegas, it was 2:30 p.m. on
And
what?
when you say girl, like around what age? Like was she like around your guys' age? Like
I
older
thought that
woman?
she was older than me when I first, made that initial contact, because she looked
Mhm.
older in the face. I mean, it was something, but she had like, her boobs were perky. So I was like, what the hell is going on right now? But she
But she's
literally
moving like that. You know what I mean? Like
fast.
yeah,
She was
okay.
fast. And it's
Wow.
hot. This was in May. So
Mhm.
you know how it gets in Las Vegas. When it's in
Oh
May, it's
yeah.
hot. It's 2:30
It was
p.m.
probably like 110 or maybe even 115 that day. Yeah.
It was hot. It was
Hmm.
very hot. I do remember that. And so she's charging at us, and I see like a truck that was bought, like, it didn't have a trailer, I don't think. I can't remember. But when she was coming at us, I banged on their not their trailer, the cab of the truck. I was
Mhm.
banging on it. I was like, hey, like, I need help. Like, can you help us, please? Because someone's chasing us and she has a knife. I don't know what's going on. Can you help us? They just looked at me. I was like, okay, so y'all aren't going to help. At this point, the girl, she made initial contact with us both. And I was able to run around the truck. Ran around the truck. My friend at the time did not, get hurt or anything like that. So me and my friend, we locked eyes with each other. But we kept running forward. They're not going to help us. It is what it is at this point. Just run. My friend gets on the phone while we're running. She's calling the police. Mind you, this is the same
Wow.
day that a police officer got shot in his head down there in downtown Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
So it took a while for the police officers to actually get to us. But I'm jumping ahead. We're running, we're running, we're running, we're running. At this point, I see the girl, she's slashing at my friend at the time. And my friend was able to dodge those hits. Like, she was able to jump. Like, I don't know. Well, I mean, she was skinnier than me, so that makes sense. But she she was able to jump and dodge. those hits.
So she was attacking both of you guys.
Yes, she was. She was definitely attacking both of us. But her focus was on my friend at the time.
Okay.
Wasn't even me. That's the crazy
Mm.
thing. It was focused on her.
Mm.
She was able to dodge those hits. She was still on the phone with the police. She's telling them what street corner we're on and everything like that, or what streets we passed. And next thing I know, homegirl switched up. She said, "Oh," she looked at me and she probably was like, "Oh, you're the weaker one. Bitch, I know you can't run that fast." So she gets to me. She's calling me the N word with the hard ER. She's saying, you're a effing. I don't even want to say it. It's just I don't even like it. But she's just calling me all kinds of N words with a hard ER. She's going off, and then I couldn't run no more. My chest felt like it locked up. I was like, you know what? I can't do anything else. At this point, I just have to fight. Like, it is what it is at this point. You done sat up here and chased me down in Las Vegas at 2:30 something p.m. and it's hot as hell outside.
Right.
That's it. So, I stopped. She stopped. She looked at me dead in my eyes. She said, "You're a effing N-word," and started slicing at me. Just slicing.
Oh my god. And where were the people in
And
the truck? You guys were far away from the truck now already?
yeah, I'm sure they watched it happen. I mean, I think that they were witnesses to what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So we made that contact and she's slicing me. I swear to you guys, I did not feel none of those slices. None of them. Both of them. She sliced me twice that fast down both sides of my face, and I did
Oh
not
my
feel it.
god.
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it.
Wow, she was fast.
Very, extremely. I was like, is she a ninja? Like, why? Like, how was this happening this fast? So
Yeah, plus not knives are sharp and the adrenaline going, like so. But you probably didn't even know until you seen blood or something, right? Like she actually.
well, I didn't know until. Well, let me get to that point. Um,
Mm,
so we're fighting, right? I'm giving her everything that I have at this point. Like I'm literally fighting for my life at this point. I remember while her and I were fighting, I was trying to stop getting hit, but I couldn't. I got stabbed like 10 times. I
oh my
wasn't,
god.
I didn't, I swear to you, I did not feel it. I didn't feel anything. So I just kept, you keep fighting. You don't feel nothing. You won't keep going on.
So she had
Time,
already engaged you, and you guys are already like in a physical confrontation. And where was your friend at this point?
she left me.
She took off.
She left. I didn't see her
Oh hell
nowhere.
no.
That's
I didn't
crazy,
see
right?
her anywhere. I looked, I didn't see, well, when I could, but I didn't see her anywhere. She was gone. Homegirl probably went to the fucking around the corner. I don't know where she went. It was almost as if she was never there. I didn't see her.
Mm.
Damn.
So, me and my attacker, we're sitting up here fighting. We fought so much to the point where I had this bitch locked in by a pinky. My
Damn.
my pinky finger. I will never forget this. I was locked in on a pinky finger. Her pinky finger, my pinky finger. We was really fighting. And she, of course she has a knife. Like, that's when now this is the one I felt. She stabbed me in the back of my neck and twisted it, and I felt that.
Oh,
That's
oh
the
my
one I felt.
god.
I felt that one. Mind you,
Damn.
she got most of my stab wounds are in my scalp. They're in my head.
I know when I seen the pictures, they were horrifying. And to hear you
Yeah.
talking about it, I mean, your courage. I mean, just the courage alone in engaging in that fight is phenomenal, you know, and yeah, you sharing the story right now just really, because seeing the pictures and even reading about it is one thing. It was infuriating on top of horrifying, you know, like
Yeah.
Hey, Yes,
Yeah,
how
and I
old were you at this
appreciate
time,
that.
Yes?
Thank you.
How old were you?
Ooh, let's see. I'm about to be 30. Oh boy. Um, 29, 28. Mom, was I 25?
25. So let me ask
Yeah.
you a question because all right, so she was calling you the N-word, right?
Yes.
What nationality was this person?
She is biracial. At first I thought she
really.
was Spanish. Yeah, she's biracial. Her father, well, okay, let me break this down. Her father is white, Italian.
Mm.
Her mother was black and unfortunately a crackhead.
Wow.
Oh,
So
damn.
she detested black people completely. She was like,
Oh my god. And she's
fuck
mixed
black
herself.
people. Mm,
And she's mixed herself.
yes,
Yeah.
she's mixed. Yes.
That's insane.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, she's mixed. Um, Did not claim her black side until the courts.
Okay.
That's what she was trying to do. But when you're, you know, outside attacking random innocent people
Mm-hmm.
because they're the N word,
Yeah.
then you don't like black people, but you, in fact, yourself are a
Right.
biracial woman, it's, I mean, it blew my
So
mind.
on top of just
This was
self-hatred,
like
I mean,
colorism, deadly colorism also. It
Yeah.
was deadly.
So let me ask you this question.
yeah, because I was gonna
So
say like, yeah, go
Yaz,
ahead.
Yes,
how long did it take
yes.
for the police to show up?
Well, I can't give you the factual time,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Hmm.
can tell you what it felt like to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Forever.
it
Yeah.
felt like it was forever. Like I had people praying in my ear, telling me to stay with them. Shit starting to get bright around me. I said, I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to die. Like
Oh
I am
no.
covered in my own blood.
Wow.
I mean, I'm
So how
soaked.
did the confrontation actually stop? You know, like so you guys
Oh,
were you were pinky to pinky, you know, like really going at it, and then so between the time the
yes.
cop showed up and that part, you know, like how did it actually stop? Did she actually stop and run, or like what
Nope.
happened?
No, she was going to kill me.
She was relentless. She wasn't giving up.
Yeah, she wasn't giving up. Her goal was to kill me.
So she was still
That
there
was
when the
her
police showed
goal.
up, you're saying?
Yeah, she was there. She
Wow.
was
Wow.
there when the police showed up. It took a few brave people. It was this white man, his shirt, he literally got out of bed to save my life. That's
Mm.
what it looked like. He only had boxers on. He heard me screaming, was like she was not going to stop until I died.
Wow.
I
Wow,
know
So
that.
somebody actually came out. The dude.
Yeah. I was
Wow.
okay,
Props to
so
him, man.
yes, for real. Like, I mean, the people that stayed with me, the people that tried to help me, I feel bad because when I couldn't stand up anymore. I lost so much blood, I could barely breathe.
Um.
And this this I think she might have been Hawaiian. I'm not sure. She was Hawaiian, I think. She was trying to offer me water. I told her, I said, I can't drink water. I'm going to go into shock if I drink any
Mm.
water right now. She walked up on me. She saw all that blood on me. She saw the blood on the ground. She saw all that. And she started screaming. And I was like, please calm down. Just calm down. I feel like I'm going to be okay. But I said that before things started getting bright around me. There was a man. Oh, man. Excuse me. There was a man that was praying for me in my ear.
Oh.
He was like, don't give up. Just keep going. And I don't know who this man is today, but I would like to talk to him and tell him thank you. Because I didn't, that's a fight you don't know how to fight. Like, you start seeing like light around you. You're like, it's your time. Like,
Mm.
just go. But as soon as I started feeling like that, the cops came, and the cop told me, he was like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. He wrapped my head up. Next thing I know, I'm in an ambulance, and the man that was taking care of me in the ambulance was so very nice to me. He was like, you one hell of a fighter.
Wow. Damn, that's what's up.
He was like, you know what? Wow. And I don't mean to get like, extremely personal with you guys, but I had just bought a Victoria's Secret bra. Okay. Do y'all know how important that is to get your Victoria's Secret bra cut in the middle? I looked at him. I said, "Do you really have to cut it?" He was like, "Yeah, this has to come off. I'm so sorry."
After all that,
After all that, you gotta take my bra. But yeah, yeah, man.
Wow!
And
Shouts out to the first responders, man, and especially a dude who came to your rescue. Whoever you are out there, man. Thank God for the guardian angels. Coming right when they did.
Right.
I felt like there were multiple angels around me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
really do.
To go through all of that, yeah, it's surprising that we're able to talk to you, now. So most definitely. So I guess the question that everybody wants to know is what happened to this young lady?
Went to court. Well, first I want to say it was delayed a lot. Court was delayed a lot because of COVID and stuff like that.
Okay, right, yeah.
It took maybe about 2.5 years for me to see some justice.
So she was locked up the whole time, right?
Well, let me tell you this. So she was supposed to be held on no bail, right?
Mm-hmm.
When this was fresh. She ended up getting out for a small period of time. I had moved to Massachusetts. I was working as a school nurse at the time in about Boston. It was Brockton, Massachusetts. I was working as a school nurse, and I get some notifications and stuff like that. And I check my phone, and it's her messaging me on my Instagram.
No way. Oh my God.
She was messaging me on my Instagram, laughing at the stuff that I had posted about my attack.
Wow.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my God. So mad.
And that's how you found out she was out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's how I found out. And so I contacted the beautiful Miss Leah. I contacted her. Yes. I contacted her. I told her that, she's not supposed to be out. She's not only a danger to me, but other people. There's something wrong with her. Right. So then she got picked up again. She tried to lie and say that someone took her phone and was posting at her and stuff like that, and laughing at my stuff, making contact with me. And she got locked up again with no bail. And it turns out that was a flaw of the Las Vegas system. Like, she was never supposed to be out, and they let her out. Nobody made any bail. She didn't have bail to begin with. So how did she get out?
That's insane. And then she contacts you on top of that.
Yes. Laughing at my stuff, making jokes. Yep.
Oh yeah, she got serious mental health issues.
Yeah. Very much so. But still, I don't give a damn.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So how much time did you get?
She got 16 to, let me see. I know that she's not getting out until 2041.
Wow, damn. All right.
Yep. Not until 2041. She's going to be in there.
41.
41.
So was it like attempted murder and hate crimes, everything?
Yes, it was attempted murder, hate crime, and battery with a weapon. But the battery charge is from the person that was my friend that is no longer.
Yeah, for taking off on you like that, man. Damn.
Yeah, it was really messed up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like she really damaged my trust on a whole different level.
Oh my God. I mean, that goes for anybody. Like, just to leave you there. I mean, even if you didn't get involved, like being scared or whatever, but to, like not even to stick around to be a witness, you know what I mean? Like none of it.
Yeah.
Come on.
She better hope I never bump into her.
Oh Lord. Well, Mom, whatever you told her, she's not around anymore.
Miss Jackson put it down.
She sure did. I'll never forget it, man. I'm sitting up here trying to like recollect what happened to me. I'm like, okay. Yeah, this happened. It definitely happened, but you keep it together. And then she came and, brought flowers and stuff like that. And I honestly didn't want anything else to do with her because there was some more stuff that I found out.
Hell no, you don't want nothing. No. Matter of fact, she should be nobody's friend. Nobody needs a friend like that. How you going to just,
Yeah.
I can understand people get scared.
And she's
I understand
supposed to
people
be
do get
from
scared.
Compton.
Compton?
She's
She
supposed
must
to be from Compton. So there's a code there. You don't do stuff like that. You don't leave your friend.
Yeah.
Hell no.
She's not from Compton. She's from Bel Air. That's
Can't
Carlton.
leave.
She's the female Carlton.
Bel Air.
And she didn't know. Yeah. I can understand fear, but fear and, protecting someone you call a friend. I mean, I had somebody who I considered a friend back in the day too, back in junior high school. Same thing. We're getting into a fight, with some, hate to say it, but with some Caucasians that were older than us. Right. And I'm fighting with, I think about two or three of them. Might have been, I can't remember, it was so many years ago. But it was at least two of them. And next thing I know, I turn around and he's gone. He must have been, back on the block, which is probably about 6 miles away at the time. That's how fast he ran. I mean, I didn't see nothing but dust. And I never spoke to him again since that day. And this was like 1983 or 4, one of those years. Yeah, I can't call somebody a friend like that. That's not a friend.
Right.
Yeah, that's nobody's homie after that.
No.
Yeah.
So Giovanni, when you get first of all, where were you when you got the phone call that this happened to your beautiful daughter?
I was at home. I had decided I was going to get dressed, glam up, go to Trader Joe's because I had been stuck in the house. I called her twice. I even the night before said, "Do you want to come home and spend the night with me?" And she, had been working and stuff. And she was like, "No, I just want to be here at my apartment." I was like, "Okay." So anyway, I was like, "Well, she's probably asleep." So I went on to Trader Joe with one of my friends, and I came home. Well, no, before I came home, I was driving and I started having a panic attack. And I was on my way to an African store to buy some herbs. And so I started having this panic attack and I was like, I shouldn't have been out long like this. I should go home because I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So I go home. I go in my room and I just lay down and I just fell into like a sleep. And then my phone rang and I jumped up and it was Yasmine. And she was just like, "Mom, where are you?" And all this other stuff. And she told me, and I just lost it. Had to go over to her dad's house because that's where she was, and he was close by. And I got lost in the neighborhood. So his mom had to call me. She's like, Giovanni, where are you? I was lost in the neighborhood that I am in. It's my neighborhood. I was lost in my own neighborhood. So I had to get directions to come see her, and I just like couldn't believe it. And somebody did that to my baby because I raised her. You know what I'm saying? I raised her, and she's educated, and she's a great young lady. You know what I'm saying? She really is. She is very giving. She will help anybody. She's a special person. She worked in hospice, so that just is a lot about. That tells you a lot.
Wow.
That's a calling. You know what I mean? And you can do hospice. So
she was already caring for other people.
yeah, she's just like that in general. Like one time, our dog was choking. This was even before she was in nursing school. This is back in Texas. He's choking on something. She was like, Mom, he's choking. She picks him up. She puts her fingers down his throat and pulls out what was choking Leo. You know,
Wow.
so
A carrot.
she just has that in her, you know?
Oh,
It's genetic. So
that's beautiful, man. Like, cause I've been hearing about Yas, since she was a little girl. Like, even Uncle Khalid used to just rave about how beautiful your voice was. Like, and like, cause we go back, like me and Giovanni go back to high school. You know what I mean? Like, so and I met your dad, at Khalid's house, like producing and spitting rhymes, cruising the city and stuff, like it works, man. And yeah, first of all, condolences to your dad, to your whole family, for your dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a shock to everybody. It was a reality check in a lot of ways as a dad, especially as a single dad.
So you've done, just in your, short time on this earth, you've done so. First of all, I kind of laughed to myself because your mom told me that story about her sending you to ROTC and you liked it. I was like, what? I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean,
Tell you how broke down I was when I came home.
Yep. So that was hilarious. But yeah, so you've done a lot. You've been through a lot in your short time on this planet, and we need more young ladies like you. And I appreciate you for doing your thing. I mean, it's kind of hard, to talk to somebody who, I mean, because even after this ordeal, you're still smiling, laughing, and joking. Me, I'd have been walking around like Stallone or Schwarzenegger out here, just like thinking everybody's looking at, right? So, but let me ask you this, right? Because we didn't talk about this. So now, between you, your mom, and whoever else involved, did anybody receive any counseling or had to go to counseling?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I definitely did. I started to get agoraphobic, I guess. Yeah. I didn't want to leave the house.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
I did not. I left my apartment, was still paying rent and everything like that. And I just came home to my mom. I said, I'm coming to my mother.
Yeah, that's the right move right there.
What did you call? What did you say that word was? What is it called? When you don't want to? Yeah, I think I got that because I never want to leave the house either. I'll be at my house all the time.
Agoraphobia.
I'm gonna start telling people I got that.
Well, you don't like to leave your house.
Please look up. Like, yes, use that. You do. That's a good reason for you to not leave your house. But
Yeah.
I told my mom. I said, I tried to, and this is funny. My mom was actually against it. She was like, I don't think that you should stay in that apartment, being that the person that hurt me was living in the same apartment. But it was more so like, maybe it was ego, but I was like, I'm not leaving my first apartment to my that I paid $1,200 to be in. I am not leaving here. But when
Yeah,
I
I can
spent,
understand. It kind of made you feel like she's winning all the way around. You know, you're picking up
yes,
everything that you worked hard
that's what it
for.
felt like. That's exactly what it
Mm,
felt like. I was
mm,
like, I'm not leaving here. Period. I'm not doing it. So, my mom and my dad, they were against it. Even my cousins, my uncle didn't want me even being here, like staying in the same apartment.
sure, natural, right?
I got dropped off there. I spent one night there and I knew that I couldn't do it. I knew that I
Mm,
could do it. I had a realization with myself. I didn't sleep that night. I was waking
mm,
up at the slightest anything. A fly could pass by my ear and I was waking up. I was like, I'm gonna get up. It's
Yeah.
good.
It was really a battle, like her wanting to go back there because she was determined. There was like she and I are arguing about this.
We did. Yeah, we definitely argued. Yep.
mm,
Yeah. So, but I'm just glad that, she's started the healing process. She's been working on herself and
mm.
she's doing good.
And that was around the time, like when the whole George Floyd thing was happening, right? Like around.
Yes, we had while I was going through that, at that same very exact time, the George Floyd protests were going on in multiple states.
Yeah, I remember that because I'm just hearing it. You know what I mean? Like the story is like you automatically think, like racist white lady. You know what I mean? Like and just think the worst. Like so. I
But
remember.
you never
Yeah,
think that she's biracial and part black. Man, she hates her black side.
yeah. Mental health is a serious epidemic. That's finally starting to be addressed a lot more, even amongst families. You know what I mean? Like it
Mm-hmm.
was such a taboo to talk about before. Like, oh, you think I'm crazy? You know what I mean? Like. But no, we all need therapy, and and you gotta
Definitely.
be on top of things. Like I'm learning more about it now, and I wish I was more up on it. When I first got custody of my kids, I would have had us all in family therapy.
So yes,
I
let me
hate
ask you
how
this
it's
though.
stigma.
So if somebody
Yes.
wanted to speak to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially dealing with what you've been through. Okay, so obviously, you have, you're open to talking about what happened to you. So let's say you have that young lady who's been through, or young man that's been through something similar. Okay, how could they
Mm-hmm.
reach you if they wanted to talk to you?
Oh, they can definitely hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is my name, Yasmine, Jackson _ They can reach out to me. I pretty much am already doing that. People hit me up for certain things they want to talk about, and I'm there to listen.
Wow.
Just last night, someone hit me up and was like, "Yeah, it's Father's Day, but I don't know my father." And I
Uh.
was like, "You know what? It's going to be okay. Like, you may not know him, but at least you're willing to get through life, and you can fill that void with happy things. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're not going to be able to have that conversation. I know because that's what I'm going through. But you have to be able to put your foot forward, think positively, and just live life, man. You got to be happy. That's
Yeah,
That's
that's the
absolutely.
true.
focus. Be happy.
That's
You
Right.
can't
true.
change things.
Yeah, so we definitely got to have you back on the show at some point in time in the very near
Yes.
future. Yeah, because like I said, you're doing big things. You're doing great things, especially with nursing, and you seem to be so wise, and that's pretty dope. I love that. Wish there were more
Oh,
like you.
thank you.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So yeah, well, it was great having you on the show, and you already know you already have a foot in the door on this show. You can come back anytime, and yeah. So yep. So this is once again, this was the Flex Radio interview sessions with your man David L. David Giovanni Jackson and the Invincible Artist. And today's guest was Yasmine Jackson of the Jackson 6. That's a joke. You guys didn't even laugh on it. But today's guest was Yasmine Jackson. Keep it tuned. Well, I mean, this is the interview session. So, yeah, keep it tuned. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't
forget to like, subscribe, and share.
hit that follow button to be notified when new episodes are released.
Choose your platform.
Listen to us on Amazon Music,
YouTube Podcast,
Apple Podcasts,
iHeartRadio,
and Spotify.
The Interview Sessions.
On the Flex Radio.
Ranked 66 out of more than 2.5 million other podcasts.
Tune in directly.
Download the Flex Radio app today.